Sometimes the only choice that we have is to trust God. The only choice in the middle of the desert, in the middle of struggle, sometimes we just have to lift up our hands and say, Lord, have your way. God, have your way. Do things your ways. Do things the way you know how to do them. And you think that you are going to be fine. I think that I'm going to be fine, and it's going to be fine. Because sometimes we do not have a choice. But with what I mean by that is we don't have a choice other than to trust God. That is our only choice, and sometimes that is all it takes to be to sometimes the only choice we have is to trust God. But God knows about our struggles and what we go through. He knows. So even if the only choice you have left is to trust God, it will be a good choice, because where you put your faith in, that will be your master, that will be your Lord. And if you put your faith in Jesus, maybe that's your only choice, to put your faith in Jesus, to trust Jesus. Maybe that's your only choice, but it's a good choice, because that will lead to blessing, that will lead to wholeness, to purity, to holiness, to the right thing. That choice will lead to the right thing in your life. If the only choice you have is to trust God, have faith, then it will be a good choice, because that will bring good things into your life. So I wanted to bless you today, telling you that if you only have one choice, and we all have one choice here on earth, it's either Jesus or it's hell. But if you make up your mind with your choice and you pick Jesus, then that is going to be a blessed choice, my dear friend. And that is going to be a good thing for you and for your life and for the kingdom of God. We cannot look at our struggle and say God is not there when God is there. We cannot say God is not here when He is here. We cannot say I will turn my back on God and maybe it will be better for me. No, that is not the way. That is not the way of a true Christian, of a true believer. The way of a true believer is have faith despite of your circumstance. And if you only have one choice left, I encourage you to that choice for you will be Jesus and no other thing. Because if you pick Jesus, He will pick you when you stand before Him in at the end of your life, when you pass on to eternity. You will face Jesus, and if you pick Jesus, He will pick you to come to heaven with Him. But if you deny Jesus here on earth and say, I don't want to live with Jesus, I don't want to live for Jesus, then He will deny you the pass to go to heaven, and He will send you to hell, because that's what you chose. But if we believe and if we have faith in the Messiah, that He can bring goodness, that He can restore, that He can heal, that He can work in goodness in our life, even when we can see a good thing in our life, the only choice you have to make is Jesus Christ. And He will come through for you, wherever you are, wherever you find yourself. Just remember that Jesus is the way. Jesus is the choice we have to make. And it doesn't look pretty sometimes when we make that decision. And our lives can become chaotic. Believe me, I know, because we choose Jesus. But choosing Jesus is something you do in the heart. It's not by your flesh. It's not by what you do. It's what happens in the heart when you turn to Jesus. And if you turn to Him, He will not turn away from you. God bless you today. This was a long video, I know. God bless you. And I just wanted to bless you today as I ventilate with you the thoughts I have about God. And I hope you were blessed by this. Remember, choose Jesus, because He's the goodness of our life. And He will always be the good Lord and the Messiah that we have to pick. He calls us, but we also have to choose Jesus. And your choice, what will it be? Will it be Jesus or hell? I encourage you, pick Jesus, because He's worth it. He will never let you down. And if you turn to Him, He will not turn away from you. Even how it looks, how it feels. If you turn to Him, He will never turn from you. God bless you. Have an awesome day.